This is Jonathan Agger, 5th Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Tom Loeffler. In terms of Gennady, what's the latest with him? Is he returning to the ring soon?
You know, we're just waiting to hear what Gennady wants to do. He's spending time with his family. After the third Canelo fight, that was the only fight that I really thought that he lost against Canelo. He took some time off. He's also Triple G's accomplished so much in the sport of boxing, a great brand, ambassador for boxing. And now he's taking some time, is with the family, and then we're just waiting. You know, Jonathan Banks is here with Cecilia. He also trains at Triple G, so we're just waiting to see what he decides to do, and then we'll support him 100% as his team.
And when do you reckon he'll make that decision?
That's a good question. I think he's, you know, he was the most active champion when he was coming up, when we first had him on HBO. So I think he's earned the right after so many years to take some time off and decide what he wants to do. Just because he didn't defend those two titles doesn't mean he's not going to box anymore. He still has the IBO title. He could still make 160 if he wanted to. He could make 168 if he wanted to you know, stay there. But it really, he's a 160 pounder, and you know, I really think he's got one of the biggest punches in boxing, and you know, I think he really can continue to fight if he wants to fight.
What do you and him specifically make of when, you know, fighters are calling him out? Obviously he's 41, I believe now. So what do you make of some people who haven't been calling him out now are calling him out when he's 41?
It was funny because before, people were vacating the titles when he first came up. We couldn't get any champion to unify with him. And then we finally got David Lemieux to unify. That was in Madison Square Garden. We saw what happened there. And I think that just, for whatever reason, we couldn't get, it was so hard to get champions to fight him. Now it's like everyone's calling him out, so it's a lot easier now. Now he can kind of pick and choose who he wants to fight. Back then, nobody wanted to get in the ring with him, so I think he's in a great position. Like I said, he's accomplished so much in the sport of boxing, and you know, we're going to support him 100%. I really think that he's going to continue his career in fighting, and just because he hasn't given an official statement doesn't mean he's not going to fight. So we're just looking forward to see what he wants to do, and then we'll put it together for him.
Just finally, in the UK, Billy Joe Saunders is a name that's been linked with Gennady over the years. A fight that hasn't happened, but Billy Joe Saunders is coming back this year at some point, he says. What would you think of Billy as a potential opponent for Gennady if he does continue?
You know, that was an interesting fight when Billy Joe had the only title that Triple G didn't have as the WBO champion, and at that time it was an interesting fight. You know, Triple G was willing to come to the UK. In fact, when he came to fight Kell Brook, Billy Joe was on the top of the list to fight him, and he didn't want the fight at that time, even though Triple G was coming to his home country. So, you know, at this point, you know, Triple G is going to just be looking at the biggest names, what makes the most sense for his career. So I'm not sure Billy Joe without a title is someone that would be on the list, but you never know. Like I said, it'll be up to Gennady what he wants to do. I think there's some big fights out there for him, and like we said, at least now the names are willing to fight him.
And who else are you working with?
Callum Walsh. Keep an eye on Callum Walsh from Cork, Ireland. He's 6-0 now with 5 knockouts, trains with Freddie Roach, and 6-time Irish national champion, European gold medalist. So we have some great expectations for Callum, and also Sergey Boachuk, rated number 3 in the world in the WBC. Callum's fighting June 9th in Los Angeles against Carson Jones, who we know from he fought at Kell Brook over there in the UK, and Sergey Boachuk's fighting July 22nd, both in California.
Brilliant, Tom. Appreciate your time, and enjoy your rest of the time here in the UK.